so this is called the increment operator. And there's also what's called the decrement operator. So I'm just going to type. So this number, I'll just type it here. So this number plus plus is the increment operator. Number, if we do a minus minus, this is referred to as the decrement operator. Let's say we do plus plus number. So we can write this as plus plus number. And what this is going to do is it's going to increment the value, and then it's going to increment number by 1, and then it's going to return the value. And I'm going to actually just see out these so you can see what this is doing. So let's do see out. I'm going to specify this as plus plus number. And let's do, let's also do see out. And I'm going to leave number at 6. So let's comment this one out for a minute, and this one. And let's just run this and see what this does. And I should have put kind of a space here. Okay, so right now number is equal to 6, and I did the, so number plus plus here. So what this is doing is when I do the number plus plus, it's going to return the value of the number first. So right now it's 6, so it's going to return 6. And then it's going to increment it to the next value, which is 7, and store that to number. So over here I have number plus plus, and it displays 6 because it's returning the value first and then it's incrementing the number. So now after it runs this statement, number is equal to 7. And then for the second one, what it's doing is it's incrementing the value stored in number first, and then it's returning the value. So when we got to this line 13, number was equal to 7 from the previous line, and then it added 1 to it before it returned the value to the cout. So it's going to display number is 8. So we can do similar things with the decrement operator. So if we have cout, let's just do minus minus number, and then do this. Okay, and then let's do this other decrement operator as well. Okay, so now let's just look at these. So we had the 6 and 8 from before. So when it gets to this number, so decrement operator minus number. So number is equal to 8. So it's going to decrease it to 7 and then return the value. So now it's going to display 7. And then when it gets to here, and let me just move this over. I don't think that matters, but yeah, so then when it gets to here, number is equal to 7, and so it's going to return the value 7, and it's going to return the value and then decrease it by 1. So number should actually be equal to 6 right now, so let's just verify that. Yeah, so number is currently equal to 6. So that's how you use the increment and decrement operators. They're usually used in loops, but you'll see them used in other places as well. We can also use these in mathematical expressions. So you could have something like, let's just declare another variable. C is a really bad name for a variable, but just, so C is equal to, and let's just do A, we're going to have to declare these as well, but let's just do A multiplied by B plus plus, and so let's say A is equal to 2 and B is equal to, int B is equal to 3. So what this is going to do is it's going to multiply A by B, and then it's going to increment B by 1. So it's going to do this math first. If you wanted it to increment it before doing the math, you could do this. So A multiplied by plus plus B. So let's see out these as well. So C out, C. All right, let's go back to here. Oh, and I guess it would help to print out the value too. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have C, so we had A multiplied by B, and it's going to increment B after it does the math. So A is 2, B is 3, so this is going to be equal to 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now that we go down to this one, B, so it incremented B after doing this math, so B is now equal to 4. So now if we go down here, B is equal to 4, but it's going to increment B before it multiplies it by A. So it's going to actually be, B is going to be 5, and then it's going to multiply it by 2. So then we're going to get 10. So we can see that here. And one thing I want to point out while we're doing this is it can be tempting. Like let's say we want to try something like this. So A multiplied by B plus plus. So that looks kind of tempting, but this isn't going to work, and we can compile this and see. So it's going to give an error. So it's saying that, notice this error, it says L value required as increment operand. You're going to learn more about L and R values in the 1410 class, but basically this operator, so the increment and decrement operators can only be applied to values that are stored in the memory somewhere. So basically a variable, or so like with this expression, this A multiplied by B, we don't have like this is an expression that's calculated, but it's not a spot that's in a memory location. So this A multiplied by B would be considered what's called an R value. And these variables are L values. You're going to learn more about that later, but I just wanted to point out what that error is, because you'll get that error if you try and apply the increment or decrement operator like this.